can't do it without putting himself at a massive risk of dying.
I'm racing from England to the summit of Mount Everest, swimming, cycling, running, hiking and climbing, halfway across the planet to the top of the world. Right now, I'm in the centre of the Arabian desert, halfway through my 2,000 kilometre crossing. But beyond that lies the biggest challenge of the mission so far. After Iran denied my visa, I was forced to reroute through Iraq and Arabia. But to get to Pakistan, I'll have to cross the Gulf of Arabia, 400 kilometres of some of the most politically volatile waters on Earth. The problem? I have no idea how to do it. I'll have to battle the unforgiving desert climate.
Mitch has run out of water, heat stroke and kill you.
While solving a near impossible puzzle.
We don't have money, don't have time, we've got left is luck.
Under a relentless ticking clock. As I race to the end of the road.
I like to watch the suffering and leave.
This story begins on the floor of the Arabian desert.
You sleep well under the stars.
I definitely slept as good as any hotel would be. You?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's actually just delightful. It's funny because I think some people would look at this and go, "Oh, that looks like a miserable way to sleep." But little mattress on the desert.
Not my new little mattresses, mate.
The stars were insane.
That was the only problem, is I couldn't get to sleep for ages because I was just looking at stars, listening to deep music.
So, yeah, I did the same.
I kitted up, had a quick deodorise and hit the road.
The temperature's really increased and we've got a headwind now today. I think my luck has ran out. I'm sweating like hell, but you've got to see the positives. At the end of the day, it's flat and I've got a great road, so I can't complain. Never think to get absolutely shit. Always remember, always think it could be worse. The wind could be much harder. I could be going up big hills, but I'm not. One of the most important lessons is compartmentalisation. Something that first looks impossible suddenly becomes a reality. I break it down every day. 10 hours a day on the bike for 3 months. Every single hour is broken down into 20 minutes and keep pushing forward. Before you know it, it's lunchtime. Before you know it, the day's finished and you're on the way to finishing your dream. That's how I get through it.
This climate is brutal. The heat had risen over 10 degrees in the last 5 days, which combined with humidity and a lack of water, made this crossing not only difficult, but potentially dangerous. And it was all overshadowed by an underlying tension. The end of the road was just days away, and I still had no idea what to do about it. After 80 kilometres of this, I needed a break, a proper one.
I'm just trying to get some work done, and this guy, he keeps following me. It's really f***ing weird.
Who's this guy?
I don't know, man. So Mitch, we found out last night that Bambino Becky somehow is in Abu Dhabi at the same time as us. She might be able to get us a fancy hotel for free. I've asked.
Well, we love you, Becky. And either way, can't wait to meet you.
Normally the meeting comes
amazing.
before that I love you, but...
Nah, it's fine. Life's too short for pleasantries. Hello. 4 Big Macs, 3 cheeseburgers, 40 chicken nuggets,
Okay, sir.
2 milkshakes,
Okay.
and 20 chicken selects if you
Okay,
can.
thank you, sir.
And 6 chicken mayos as well.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You proceed the last window, sir, please. Thank you.
Shukran.
Thank you.
Wait.
What a load of old bollocks.
Just enjoying the culture. Right,
Love it.
we're off. See you later, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Pleasure to meet you, Sushil.
Thank you, sir.
Already, I was amazed by the kindness and multiculturalism of the people here. Sushil, the McDonald's worker who'd let us do whatever that was another wonderful Nepalese man. The kindness here was relentless.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Hey.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate that the one in this life being healthy, enjoying this weather.
Thank you so much.
Give you water. All the
Thank-
best.
thank you, sir.
Stay healthy, stay happy.
Thank you. Salama. Didn't love it. Mate, this is what makes it. Just some guy from Qatar just pulled over to give me some water.
The desert was punishing me hard. Despite this man's kindness, it wasn't long before my water supply dried up.
Just checking your location, lads. Just because you're all passive, if you can drop off some water soon.
The heat's been increasing like by a couple of degrees a day as we've got towards Oman. The biggest problem with this obviously is it leads to dehydration and heat stroke, which is such a real problem. Like bad heat stroke can kill you. So the fact that Mitch has run out of water is not ideal because, I mean, you know, Mitch is probably not going to be thinking about that. He'll just power on until we arrive. So we're speeding at the speed limit to go and save Mitch's life yet again.
Getting tired of doing that.
Yeah, mate, it just like changed the fucking record. Murder, murder, murder.
The desert was a beautiful, wild place, and I had some deep, insightful thoughts on its appearance.
Like Star Wars, you know what I mean? Like Star Wars. You have Chewbacca. Chewie! And Darth Vader on the camera. Stanley.
Have a lightsaber battle, I'll fucking edit it for you. VFX it right now, yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks, Darth.
It had been a brutal day, and I needed some reprieve. So the boys headed to set up camp in a beautiful, bustling seaside hotspot.
This is so bizarre. This is like post-nuclear apocalypse and we just haven't heard about it. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's already evacuated.
I'm just gonna stop and we'll just like hear the silence. So on Google Maps, this looks like a fairly substantial town. I've not seen one person. This is bizarre.
But I didn't care. Water was what I'd been missing all day, and now I had all of it. Ah! Oh, that is incredible. Oh, oh yes.
Are you not having flashbacks?
Yeah, a little bit.
Go on, recreate the famous moment for me.
Okay, you ready? I've got nothing left.
It's perfect. How do you sleep, Mitch?
Oh, dog shit. Don't know where I'm going, I'm not tired, man.
Sleep, Mitch. How come you didn't sleep so well?
Because this ghost town of a beach, we just so happen to be sleeping right next to some type of party gathering till like 2 AM. But here's what it is, who cares, because we're only 5 hours from Abu Dhabi, so.
You seem a bit down low this morning.
Yes, I am. I've got hardly any sleep. Oh well, life goes on. I'm in my pajamas. Right, see you in Abu Dhabi.
I was in a filthy mood this morning. I was on about 2 hours sleep, up for hours trying fruitlessly to find a solution to the boat problem, and then kept up all night by the world's most confusing rave. But we were finally on the way to Abu Dhabi.
Oh, I am. Good morning. Snackered. 185k yesterday. Means I've only got 110 today, but this is the toughest morning for a long time.
And to my exhaustion, I managed to lose the most important resource I had in the desert.
Guys, a litre and a half fell out of the bag without me noticing. Well, I'm absolutely yeah.
You're
I'm
Well, how do you feel?
felt fine. I'm just fatigued as Even though I'm mentally, I'm still pretty strong. Being so uncomfortable, and that's the thing I try to get out to people. It just makes you appreciate, it lets you see the magic in the little things. So like, the more you can do that, the more you can make yourself uncomfortable. It's gonna leave you with a lifetime seeing the magic in the small things, which means an amazing life. You know what I mean?
Do you struggle to find this contrast at home?
Even at home, it doesn't even matter if you were to go for a long run. You know, if you were to run a half marathon, if you were to just do a 5k if you've never done it before, when you get home, that cup of tea is going to be the best tea you've ever had.
Why aren't you at home?
It's a good question. Because my ADHD is out of control. I might have an idea, I just can't stop. A bit of an obsession to see how far you can push yourself. Hey,
Why do you want to push yourself?
to see how far we can go, and to help others push themselves. But everyone's got their own reasons for doing stuff.
For you?
But for me, why do I do this? It makes me feel alive.
Do you think you've got something to prove?
No? All you're ever trying to do is just better yourself, compete against yourself. Never put yourself in anyone else's shoes.
But what about for you? You're using a lot of, you're not using I. Yeah.
It's a hard question. A lot of these big expeditions, like a lot of people ask, and a lot of people assume, and it's, you know, sometimes rightfully so, people only do it for ego, you know, to try and prove that they're how amazing they are, or all this and that. That's never even crossed my mind. When I first thought about this trip, I had no thought about having you here. I had no thought about having the team. It was only because it grew so much, and I saw the opportunity for the charity. I saw the opportunity after having multiple friends and strangers message me saying how much it's helped them. Why not do the most good out of it at the same time? It's very, very short life we have. It's all about just experiences. So each of these trips is just an opportunity to just max load on these experiences. That's what it is. If you can have an amazing time for yourself and inspire some people, you know, and make a bit of a difference while you're doing it, then great. You can't hope for more than that.
Today had been a rough day, but it was about to get a whole lot better.
This is the best feeling I've had all day.
The Bambino Becky
Bambino
is in Dubai right this second, and she's got us a hotel.
We love you, Becky.
What a f***ing legend. So we're gonna go see her and
I can't wait.
cause some chaos and drink some cold beer.
Yeah.
Dubai isn't a place I ever expected to visit in my lifetime, and all of us, being nature lovers, were pretty sceptical about the sprawling concrete jungle. Dubai's famous for its huge expat community, and controversial for its gaping economic divide and questionable human rights record. But if this trip has taught me anything, it's that nowhere is what you expect it to be.
It looks like a kind of painted factory. What a star place.
Initial thoughts?
Big buildings.
Don't you think it's weird though?
What?
Like, don't you think the whole place is just weird and like cyberpunky? It just looks like sci-fi.
It's safe to say that we're not fans.
I'm not a fan, but I don't hate it as much as I thought I would actually. I think it's kind of cool in a sort of dystopian, scary way.
I've got an idea. We stop judging it right now and let's see how it goes. We could have our minds changed.
I'm open to that.
And for all our chat about wild camping in the desert, the nicest hotel any of us had ever seen, courtesy of our dear friend Bambino, was a good start.
Mitch, have you ever been in a place like this?
Yeah, mate. I can't believe Becky's done this for us. It's a f***ing bar.
Cool. We do not belong here.
You said it's revolting.
I know it's a capitalist hellscape and I hate that, but it is really beautiful in a weird kind of alien city sort of way. It's just the scale of everything.
Look at this beast in his unnatural habitat.
They've got Guinness. We're all about that.
You are having a Guinness with me, aren't you?
I'm having so many Guinnesses, mate.
Well, I'm jumping in the pool.
Do you know how to swim?
Don't wanna get...
He almost bit. Actually, I swam the channel.
We'd had a long, hard 3 months to reach this point. This challenge is all about discomfort and facing hardship. But if you get offered a chance, you take it. And boy, were we taking it.
Closing thoughts before we all go and have a f***ing well-deserved break.
Closing thoughts is we love Becky.
Yeah,
And
pretty
that's
much. I second it. Bambino Becky,
Bambino Becky.
the goat.
And so we settled into the hotel for a calm, respectful and restful night off.
Cheers, the boys.
Split the G. I'm sorry. That's the best thing I've ever tasted in my entire life. I f***ing don't give a shit right now.
We're in Dubai.
How
We'll have a wee dram.
whiskey incoming.
Girls trip. Ooh. Guys, you remember Stan? Not me.
No one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ben Cook, everybody.
Oh, what?
Did I just get the limelight?
Becky's also here. Becky likes watching people suffer.
I just can't get enough. I like to watch the suffering and leave.
This pint was £14.
And what are we thinking? Sugar mommy in the building right now.
No. He specifically said don't walk through construction sites.
My dad said, this is a bar. Me sideways. Chippy.
Actually, one of the best sandwiches I've ever had from a supermarket.
The less spoken about that, the better. But our chaotic night had unexpectedly turned into something incredible. At the hotel bar, we'd bumped into a load of amazing people who were desperate to help our project. So me and Stan, who had been sick in a bush less than 3 times, headed to a tapas bar with our new friends to see how they could help. Honestly, where were we? 24 hours ago, I'd been cycling through the remote desert, and now I was dancing in a skyscraper.
Talk to me about the last 12 hours. What's
I
been
just
going
can't
on?
even begin. It's just blown my mind. Becky gets us this amazing hotel, and then we just make friends instantly. Not just friends, but awesome people that like could change the entire dynamic of our whole trip. So yeah, just the most kind people. And we found out that, you know, Dubai is just such a welcoming place. Everyone's just helps each other, and yeah, we're a bit blown away by it, Stan. I reckon.
Yeah, it's definitely divided expectations for me.
Yeah, all because Ben just has long hair and he stands out. Our friend Jamie, who's like Dubai's best hairdresser, said, "We like your hair." Jamie's friends with this lot. We got chatting, and now we're all friends. It's great. It's what life's about. It's what life's about.
The next stop was a radio station to get the word out about our situation.
Has that seen you here? Interviews tonight, huh?
Apparently so, yeah.
Is there nothing this man cannot do? He is just a regular guy who has a deep passion for adventure, which has brought him to Dubai. How we'll find out in just a few moments' time. Mitch, welcome to the show. Great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
Dubai felt like a fever dream, totally separate from the expedition. The place, I was still unsure of, but the people we'd met and their kindness had made it an overwhelmingly special experience. But we couldn't put off the inevitable, and soon it was time to leave.
Feel spiritually revitalised. Spiritually revitalised in Dubai.
Mitch is having a wonderful gap year. Back in the f***ing game, boys.
Back in Oman. Man, get some. Man, we're going to be in Oman. Get some. Yes. Oh man.
Feeling rejuvenated, I strode out into the harsh, unforgiving desert with a new lease of life. This place was a harsh contrast to the gleaming glass and steel the day before. And as we got closer to the border of Oman, the hard-packed sand turned to endless undulating dunes. For a boiling hot, inhospitable, empty wasteland, it was pretty bloody beautiful. As Stan and Ben tried to shelter from the heat, they stumbled across a small mechanic shop in the middle of the desert.
We've just stopped off to find some lunch, and Mohammed has offered us some gahwa, some coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we sat down having a chai, having a coffee, and being hosted.
Why did you come here? Why did you come from Syria to UAE?
Business. Mechanic. You like it? Yeah.
Morning, not good, not coffee, drink, or
Sabah al-khair.
Sabah al-khair.
When in the UK, would you just stop at like a
This is
car garage and get welcomed in for a cup of coffee? People going out of their way to host you.
It's the most amazing thing, and
Yeah.
so universal across the Arab world.
Yeah, it really is. We're preconditioned as Westerners to have a certain perspective of the Middle East that just gets completely shattered
Yeah.
when you spend time here and meet people who are so willing to share.
welcome for Emirat.
Thank you.
You will now go Syria.
Syria, maybe in the future.
Before we went Turkey, Iraq, but not Syria. Another time, inshallah. This feels like the first time in UAE we've had like a proper experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I completely agree. Most people that we've kind of met so far, it's been mostly expats.
Yeah, I mean these guys are expats too, but it's not in the same way, is it?
It's worlds away, isn't it, from like Dubai city centre?
It really feels like this entire place has like two very distinct classes.
Muhammad. Shukran Habibi.
This looks amazing.
Thanks very much.
Bismillah.
Shukran.
We have some roz.
Dajjal.
That's chicken. Deek
Chicken.
is
Chicken.
rooster.
It's very, very tasty.
It's delicious, yeah.
Well, that was amazing.
Kind people. I'm trying to find a gift. I'm looking through my stuff, and the only thing that I think is worth giving him is a spork.
I think that's incredible, to be honest. I think it's a good sport.
I think it's a great sport. I love the sport.
I think you'll like it.
Mohammed, we must go. But I just wanted to say thank you. This is a gift
For me.
for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Shukran. Okay.
You go Emirat. This is number for me.
Of course.
Welcome.
Shukran, Mohammed.
Welcome.
This country had surpassed all our expectations. We'd had the privilege of seeing both sides of it, from the extreme wealth of Dubai to the poverty of the rural areas. It was a fascinating melting pot of people from countries all over the world. It seemed the only common factor was their kindness. I made my way closer and closer to Oman. I was excited to see this incredible country, but with this milestone, the end of the road came even closer. We had just days to find a solution to what seemed like an impossible task, and it was at the top of everyone's minds.
Where are we with the boat situation?
Not anywhere particularly good. We had a follower reach out called Johannes, thank you Johannes, who put us in touch with the director of customs for the whole country. And he was like, I'm pretty sure it's impossible, but I'll find out. So it's not looking great. I think it's going to be a case of go and find out when we get there and see who we can persuade to take us across the Gulf.
I mean, it's quite fun, but it's also quite stressful.
You need three things to solve a problem, right? And you need, if you have less of one, you need more of the other: time, money, and luck. Well, we have f***all money, so we can scrap the money side of things. We've got f***all time, because we need to get to Everest on time, and if we miss that, then the whole thing is done. You know, even if Mitch has less than like a week or two recovery before he climbs the mountain, he can't do it without putting himself at a massive risk of fucking dying. So those two gone. So all we've got left is luck.
And how's that looking for us?
Who knows? Things do just happen sometimes, especially when you put yourself in a position where you need to get something done. Life often finds a way. So we'll see.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Anxiety about the future doesn't stop it rolling forward. All I could do was keep hoping and keep moving.
We're at 30k from the border, surrounded by the most amazing red sand dunes in the world. And I can see the Omani mountains in the distance. It's like it's been ages since I've seen mountains. It was good to see it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Happy.
Yeah. Stunning.
What made today stunning?
The last hour, mate. Most beautiful red golden sand dunes I've ever seen. It's on Mars. It's great. Gotta find some sand dunes.
Tonight, we'd be camping within the red dunes that line the border of Oman. The thing about dunes though, they're awfully sandy.
Hello.
A bit of trouble.
We've come out for a lovely camp in the desert, predictably got stuck.
It's just
part of the fun.
A problem that needs a solution.
Exactly.
Let's fix it.
Luckily, we've all had our fair share of being stuck in the desert, so got to work digging us out, using our hands for shovels and our beds for recovery ramps. After a back-breaking half an hour that I could have done without, we were free.
Well done, boys.
Right, well done, gang.
Beautiful spot, eh?
We went to sleep on the dunes themselves in pitch blackness. Early in the morning, we retreated to one of the most beautiful sights of our lives.
Woke up to one of the most beautiful places I've been, probably. What a camp spot, man.
It was incredible, but Oman was waiting for nobody. It was time.
Only 36k from the Oman border, crossing into probably the most beautiful country we'll ever be.
What are your closing thoughts on UAE?
Beautiful place, clean place, great people, nice sand dunes. I would come back. I would come back. Whereas before I wasn't sure.
It's a really interesting country. I really like this area.
Let me just show them my makeshift shaker. This is now the new shaker.
I guess I'll just
Why did you
have a yourself then.
As I approached the border, I saw something that I hadn't seen in months. Mountains. This was a sure sign that my journey across the Earth's second largest desert was coming to an end.
Thousands of kilometers of this Arabian desert has now just opened up straight ahead to the most beautiful mountains and canyons I've seen in a long time. Today we'll be carving through in the middle of these unbelievable mountains to the most easterly part of the entire Arabian Peninsula until you physically cannot cycle any further.
Right, so we're back to being with drone. So with that comes cross-border drone hijinks, my favourite. I think I'm going to hide it in a jacket this time because they're less likely to check clothing than bags. But yeah, drones are, you can't bring them into Oman. Technically you can't fly them, but they're not going to, like UAE, they apparently lock you up for 6 months if you fly a drone legally.
And we only found that out when?
Just after I'd flown a drone in Dubai. Right, I think that'll be fine if I just shove that somewhere. I
met some people
who travelled through the DRC when it was a lot more kind of rough and ready than it is nowadays. They used to go through borders by shitting on all their stuff and like smearing it all over their kit so that the border guards wouldn't go through it. And that's basically what we've done here.
So this is strategic.
Yeah, this mess is all part of the plan, and it has nothing to do with bad admin.
Nothing.
Okay, see you in Oman.
Right, see you on the other side here.
See you in Oman, darling. The border was strictly no filming, and we really didn't want to f*** around the UAE police, so we obliged. But it went smoothly, and soon had made it into a country we all knew nothing about. Oman. The change was dramatic. Desert transformed immediately into a great fortress of mountains, huge mounds of rock rising out of the sand.
Cycling in Oman, I did not think I'd be doing this at the start of the year. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There you go. Your helmet.
Please.
Just grab his helmet, passport, phone. Like. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, it was for me. He left that so I could have. Alright.
See you soon.
As Ben and I cycled together, I was truly overwhelmed by the beauty of this place. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before, and all we could do is simply take it in as we raced through the vast expanses of rock and sand. I've got my partner with me. We just crossed the border. Like we just crossed the, well, sometimes like that. We just crossed the border, 2,000k of flat desert, like as flat as it gets. And now it's just beautiful, rugged mountains everywhere.
Like a change in topography and relief and some hills, and that's like super exciting. The land is just like beautifully scorched and beautiful.
I can't keep my eyes on the road. My head is just snapping left, right and everywhere. This country, we've been here for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's one of the most beautiful places we've ever seen. I had mixed feelings as I powered towards the sunset. On one hand, I was in awe of where we were and just trying to take it in. But at the back of my mind was the growing knot of anxiety about the boat. We were now just 4 days away from the end of the road. Despite working on it for weeks, we had no leads, no contacts, and no idea if it was even possible. The future of the mission was on the line, and the clock was ticking. Would we manage? Well, I guess you'll have to subscribe and find out in the next episode.